This is Audra Neff, and you are listening to Food Talk, brought to you by American Advertising Services, the area's longest established marketing firm. For free advertising help, call them at 484-562-0060. Again, that's 484-562-0060. And one more time, for free advertising help, call 484-562-0060. I want to thank everybody for listening. And if you miss anything during today's show, please visit us at www.phillyfoodtalk.com. Today we are speaking with Ellen Davis. She is the co-founder of Fruit Flowers, incredibly edible delights, located in Broomall, Pennsylvania. Ellen, thank you for being here.
Thanks. It's my pleasure to be here.
Okay. And if you couldn't tell from the name, Ellen Davis is the creator of Floral Fruit Designs. And you guys have an interesting backstory. Can you give me a little background? You guys started 30 years ago.
We did. We started back in 1984, really never thinking that we were going to be a business, but it turned out to be one, and actually it created an industry that's a worldwide one, so it's a pretty exciting ownership that we have. In 1984, my sister-in-law, Susan Ellman, was asked to do some arrangements out of fruit that she had been previously doing out of veggies. And she said, well, I'm going to give it a try. I'll try it, and went and bought a whole bunch of fruit that wouldn't turn brown and wouldn't discolor and would stand up to being skewered. And so she created what we now know as our floral fruit design, and it was received at a party for 200 people. And the overwhelming response really encouraged her to speak to me about this incredible thing that she had created. And so we decided at that point that we were going to see if we could do this as a small business, like an aside. She was a teacher, and I'm a speech pathologist at the time. We had very little children, and our husbands were all for it because they thought we could make a few dollars on the side and have some, have some money in our pocket from this little adventure that we created. And we did do that in the 80s. At 84, got really excited and busy. In 85, we opened up our location because our husbands threw us out of the house. And it's really there's a story of development there. And it's ongoing.
So you guys got this overwhelming response because fruit arrangements had never been seen before. You guys are the original.
We are. We created this, and there were other crudités that were done, like on cruise ships and that sort of thing, but it's never been done before as a gift, and that's really how we started out. We started it out where people saw it and said, I need to send that for a birthday, a get well, a thank you, and even a condolence, which really surprised us at the time, but it turned out that condolence is a huge part of what we do right now, and continue to do on a daily basis. But yeah, we are. We created this, and we're very proud of that.
Yeah, you should be. Very interesting. Now, tell me the story about being featured in Philly Mag right before Mother's Day. This is before you guys, blew up,
right?
I should say, and you weren't expecting, to be a big business.
We really weren't. What happened was we were still working out of our house in 1985, and Philly Mag came to us and said, we saw one of these incredible baskets, and we'd love to put you in the magazine. How do you feel about that? And we looked at each other and thought, well, sure, that's great. Why not? And they sent us to a photographer, and we had it photographed, not us, but our fruit basket, our floral fruit. And right before Mother's Day, in the May issue, we had a big colored picture front and center on a lovely page in the magazine with our home phone numbers. And bedlam erupted in my house that morning when the magazine hit the street because we had no idea. We really had no idea of the power of the magazine itself and that people really would want to buy this for Mother's Day. It wasn't really in our minds at the time. And so the phone started to ring off the hook that day. My husband called his sister, who is my sister-in-law, my business partner. She came over. She called me. I was at work and said, get home. I don't care what you tell them. You can tell them anything you want, but you must leave work and come home. And when I came home, there were literally scraps of paper all over the place with little orders written on each page, on each piece of paper towel, a napkin, a back of a paper plate. Whatever she could find in my house, she wrote on, because the phone was just ringing and ringing off the hook. And from there, it got a tremendous amount of exposure because the magazine had such a broad readership.
Right. So from that magazine, you guys delivered 40 fruit designs, and you guys continue the trend today. You still hand deliver these fruit flowers?
We do. We did 40 that Mother's Day, and not realizing that Bryn Mawr is nowhere near Bryn Athyn. Not coming from this area, we originally are both New Yorkers, and so we weren't all that familiar. So we took deliveries wherever anyone wanted them to go, which sometimes took us to places way beyond where we had any clue as to where we were, remembering that there were no GPSs at the time.
Oh, my goodness.
So we had maps. We could read maps, which I don't know how people today aren't as skilled at reading a map.
I know that I'm not.
Yeah. But we had lots of maps, and, we'd pull over to the side of the road and check where we were going, and we always got where we needed to go.
Good. So you were able to put the maps away, though, because with this exposure, you received a lot of requests to do what you do, correct?
Right. What happened was we had a tremendous amount of exposure, and we were really doing well into the early 90s. And then Entrepreneur Magazine had written an article about the 51 unique businesses in 51 states, 50 states and Puerto Rico. And so they asked us, Incredibly Edible Delights is what we were at the time. Now we trade as Fruit Flowers, but we're still the same company. They asked us if we would represent Pennsylvania. And so we did. They put an article in the magazine, and they had a picture of Susan and myself with a fruit basket. And it really took us by surprise, the numbers of letters that we got from all over the world, internationally, from people who were interested in our company, in doing what it was we do, in really learning more about our concept. Unfortunately for us, we really didn't know what to do with all that, and so we did what people who really didn't know what to do did. We put it in a file and put it in a drawer and filed it away, and did very little with that information. But what that did for us is that it gave us more exposure, and we were encouraged at that point by people who were local in this area who wanted to do the concept to form a franchise, which is what we did. And so in 1993, our first franchise opened in South Jersey. We continued to grow franchises here, there, and everywhere through the 90s. They existed by themselves in different areas. So we were as far away as California at one point as well.
And still are. Are you still franchising Fruit Flowers?
We are franchising Fruit Flowers. We are trying right now to establish our model in a little bit of a different way. And so when we first started franchising, we would allow people to have these huge territories, which we thought was the way to go. What we've learned since then is that it probably is a better idea to have more franchisees in one region so that they can feed off each other regionally and co-share advertising and really grow a business in a better way, which we didn't know when we first started. So our model is changing, and we look forward to opening up in Virginia and Washington, D.C. in the coming months.
Oh, good. Well, congratulations. lessons. You live and you learn, and you guys have been around for 30 years, so I'm sure you've learned a lot. So tell me, what is unique to fruit flowers? Because these floral fruit designs have popped up all over the country, but your concept is unique. What is unique besides, you told me the marshmallows and the strawberries, which is small but unique.
Yes, it is. If you see any of the baskets, and you do tend to see these around, there are lots. There's a proliferation of companies that are making sculpted fruit arrangements. However, ours are very delicious. We use top shelf fruit only, which means the highest grade of fruit that is available, and that's very important to us. Our quality of product and service is really what we value. And that is why 30 years later, we're still doing it, and we're still serving customers who bought from us 30 years ago, not only the customer themselves, but their children. We have so many people who call us and say, I got this when I had a baby, and now my child is getting married.
Aww.
And that really is special to us. We have a huge customer base of people who are very loyal to us. What also is unique about our company is that not only do we do fruit, we do vegetable arrangements as well, which separates us out from some of the people out there who are competitors of ours. We do veggie arrangements in floral designs. We do veggie trays. We do dips with the veggies. And we also have newly come out with a tray program that is very exciting for us right now, because we're aiming not only at the consumer, but at our business and corporate customers as well. And what we've developed is a really tremendous tray program that's very it's priced right. In that we have trays in different sizes, small, medium, and large. You can get something in the $25, $30 range up to a larger arrangement of tray, which is great for business meetings. Corporates, are interested in that for snacks, for healthy snacks, for unique, healthy, delicious fruit and veggies.
Wow. So interesting that the edible flower industry, was kind of born here in the Philadelphia area. And I'm sure a lot of people don't know that. So thank you for for starting what you've started. What are we going to find in your arrangements besides the marshmallow strawberries? What other types of fruit are we going to find?
Well, our floral fruit design, which is our standard product, our standard arrangement, our bouquet, has in it honeydew, cantaloupe, kiwi, strawberries, pineapples, and grapes. Always. Those are always. We also have arrangements that have watermelon, that have blueberries, that have mango, that have blackberries in the fruit, in the arrangement itself. We also do chocolate-covered fruit, which really has become huge.
Absolutely.
When we started out, everybody was we want to do this because it's healthy. And I think most people really believe that they want to be healthy and they want to eat healthy and they want to send gifts that are healthy. However, when presented with a chocolate-covered strawberry or a chocolate-covered apple slice or a chocolate-covered cherry or pineapple, people are going to say, oh, I'll just have one. I'll just have one. And that's great because it is an indulgence, but people allow themselves that indulgence as well. So we're really into the dip fruit now. You can include dip fruit in almost any arrangement that we do as an addition. Some of them come with it already. Or you can get a box or a tray of dip fruit if that's your interest.
Okay. So we have to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk more about the product quality and how it is unmatched by any other arrangement company anywhere. So we'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll talk to Ellen some more about Fruit Flower's incredibly edible delights.
We're a Philadelphia advertising agency, American Advertising Services, and our job is to create solutions for your business problems. Do you want more customers, more sales for your products or business services? American Advertising has helped many, many area companies, large ones, small ones, family-owned firms just like yours. If you are in business and serious, make American Advertising your advertising agency. per job assignments welcomed. American Advertising Services. We are serious about helping your business.
American Advertising Services is located at 29 Bala Avenue, Bala Cynwyd, PA 19004. 29 Bala Avenue, Bala Cynwyd, PA 19004. You can call them at 484-562-0060, 484-562-0060, 484-562-0060.
Are you in business, a company executive, purchasing agent, or working in marketing? Then attend the Philadelphia Advertising and Business Show. The show is August 20th. That's Wednesday, August 20th at the Crowne Plaza Hotel, City Avenue at the Route 76 exit. If you are in business, an executive, a purchasing agent, or work in marketing, your business card will admit you free. Your card also admits your guests. Have a direct sales space or simply attend. Free marketing assistance, free parking, and you can network to gain business. Direct sales space is available, so attend and profit at the Crowne Plaza Hotel, City Avenue at the Route 76 exit. Call 484-562-0063. That's 484-562-0063. Or check them out on the web at phillybizmedia.com. That's PHILLYBIZMEDIA.com, phillybizmedia.com. Or call 484-562-0063. That's 484-562-0063.
Into rock and roll? Then visit Philadelphia's Hard Rock Cafe. Enjoy the huge menu and especially view the memorabilia. There's the legendary Jim Morrison jacket acquired from Danny Sugarman, manager of The Doors. Then see the guitar that John Mayall created. He played with Eric Clapton. Elton John's Uncle Sam costume, Shakira's leather pants. The list goes on. Memorabilia from Jimi Hendrix and Joan Jett. Come in for lunch or dinner or enjoy a cocktail at the Hard Rock Cafe Bar. The Hard Rock Cafe, 12th and Market Streets in Philadelphia. It's an experience. Also hosting corporate events, social gatherings, bar and bat mitzvahs. Hard Rock Cafe is COOL, cool. 12th and Market Street, 215-238-0639, 215-238-0639, 12th and Market Street in Philadelphia.
Wow, this is really different. There's a Philadelphia business called Whims for Rent, that creates and does really unusual business special events and promotions. If you're involved in a trade show, business meeting, sales campaign, grand opening, or open house, call Whims for Rent. If you're having a company dinner, a charity gala, or fundraiser and need a theme, call Whims. Whims has stars and stunts, gadgets and gimmicks from hundreds of available sources, entertainers and celebrities. Add flair to your business needs. Whims for Rent, the Philadelphia special events company for business and groups. At Whims, imagination works overtime. Challenge us. Call Whims for Rent.
For more information, contact Whims for Rent at 29 Bala Avenue, Bala Cynwyd, PA 19004, 29 Bala Avenue, Bala Cynwyd, PA 19004, or call Whims for Rent at 484-562-0067, 484-562-0067 for Whims for Rent.
The Internet today is a must for businesses and organizations to represent themselves. A must. For the generations of business owners who did not have the advantage of an Internet education beginning in grade school, there is basic help. Call American Advertising Services at 484-562-0060. Our organization of marketing personnel, traditional and IT, will set up basic Internet advertising aids for your business or organization at a modest fee. Basics. No big deals, no big cost, just basics. Plus a free get-to-know-your-goals meeting. Call American Advertising Services at 484-562-0060. That's 484-562-0060. Be with it, or else you will be out of it. Again, call American Advertising Services at 484-562-0060.
Need a speaker for your business meeting, organization, social group? Need a speaker who is entertaining, informative, or both? Need a speaker who is an authority on a subject close to your interests? We provide them. We are this region's Speakers Bureau. Call us at 484-562-0067. 484-562-0067.
Audra Neff, and you are listening to Food Talk, brought to you by American Advertising Services, the area's longest established marketing firm. For free advertising help, please call them at 484-562-0060. Again, that's 484-562-0060. And one more time, that's 484-562-0060. We have been talking to Ellen Davis, the co-founder of Fruit Flowers, incredibly edible delights. That's a tongue twister, so I'm just going to say Fruit Flowers, which is now your new name, kind of.
Correct.
Fruit Flowers, which is located in Broomall, PA, but you also have locations all over the Philadelphia region.
That's right. We like to say our commissary is in Broomall. That's where we do our main production. It's really not a storefront, although people are welcome to come in. We love having visitors. People come in, we show them some product. You're free to come and pick things up. But it isn't a traditional storefront. It's a building that we use as a commissary. But we do deliver throughout the entire greater Philadelphia area. So that includes South Jersey, Wilmington, Delaware, Chester County, Montgomery County, and Delaware County. So we really do cover a wide range of areas. And just to let everyone know that we do deliver in refrigerated vehicles so that our product is cold from the time it leaves our shop, from our refrigeration, through the time it's delivered to the customer, which is really important to us, as to keep the fruit as fresh as possible. It is cut and it's arranged and it's delivered all within the same 24-hour period. And so a customer or someone who orders it or receives it is going to get a very fresh product, and that's the way we like to have it.
Fresh, 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 and quality assurance is very important to you, Ellen. I know because I've been talking to you longer than we've been on the air, but product quality is unmatched, and it means a lot to you, correct?
Oh, it absolutely does. We really feel that customers look to us to get the best possible produce that they can. And we do have our own buyers that deliver to us twice a day from the food distribution center. And so they know the quality that is important to us every single day. We get fresh fruit every day. And if it's not to our standard, then we don't accept it.
Absolutely, because we know that blueberries, for example, aren't in season year-round. You can get them year-round, but if they're not good, you're not going to put them in, correct?
That is right. There are certain fruits that are available 12 months a year, and that the quality is fairly stable. In other words, what's grown in one part of the world in the winter is grown in another part of the world in the summer because of the weather. And so things are available now 12 months a year. When we started, not so much. There were times when we were told there won't be any strawberries in the market because there weren't any growing fields that were growing them. Well, that doesn't happen anymore. You can basically get strawberries 12 months a year. The quality is not always exactly the same, but they're available. But things like blueberries and blackberries and cherries are somewhat seasonal. And so if they're not to the quality that we really they're really looking for, that our standard is, then we just don't include that in our arrangement.
Wonderful. Now, I want to talk about the blackberries and the cherries because you guys offer something called the Big Bowl. So what is the Big Bowl?
The Big Bowl is a big bowl. It's a very big bowl. It's a lovely punch bowl size bowl of cut fruit, and that includes all of the melons and strawberries and pineapple and kiwi and grapes. And additionally, it has blackberries, blueberries, and raspberries as well, and mango when we like the quality of that to put in. So our Big Bowl is a really fun piece. It's great for parties, for barbecues, for brunches coming after a wedding or any kind of an event where people are really looking for fresh fruit salad. They don't want to have fruit on skewers necessarily, but want to have fruit on a plate. And so our Big Bowl is something we recently developed, and people have really had fun with it, as we have as well.
I'm sure. And is that affordable?
Our big bowl is, because we feed about 40, maybe even 50 people out of a big bowl. And it's probably about $1.25 a person when it comes down to it. So, yeah, that's a very affordable price point when you're feeding that many people.
Absolutely. Very affordable for fresh fruit, freshly cut. We won't do any of the cutting ourselves. So, it's a win-win for everybody. And that's also available to corporations. It's perfect in the summer for picnics, family parties, barbecues, like you mentioned.
Absolutely. We really are finding out that people do want to eat healthy, basically, and they want to snack healthy. And so when companies have business meetings, corporate meetings, sales meetings, when you're entertaining a new client, when you're trying to get a new client and you want to have something on the table, not everyone is interested in eating sweets all the time. I'm a sweets eater, so for me, I understand that it's great to have cookies and donuts and that sort of thing. I like it too. But on the other hand, I think people appreciate the fact that there's always something fresh and healthy and nutritious on the table as well, and that would be fruits and vegetables.
Absolutely. So for everybody listening that wants one now, how can we get in touch with you? What's the phone number?
Our phone number locally is 610-353-8844 or 215-241-1136. Either number works in Philadelphia. And our website address is fruitflowers.com.
fruitflowers.com. And they can place an order on the website?
Yep. We can take orders on the web. You can order up until 10 o'clock in the morning for same-day delivery.
Wow. Okay. And you guys offer fresh fruit designs for kids as well. I have in front of me some literature with pictures of these fruit designs for children.
We do. We found that most people, when they think about children, think, well, they're not really going to eat these, but they're generally wrong. Children love fresh fruit, and they love it when it's fun. And this is really a fun, fresh fruit idea for kids. And so if you want to send a gift to a child's birthday party, or for a grandparent to send a child as part of a birthday gift, we came out with our Hungry George and our Magical Abby. We use Abby Cadabby and Curious George. We have two stuffed animals that we send along with either one, the Curious George or the Abby. And there are arrangements that come in beautiful containers with fresh fruit. And it's just a fun, exciting gift to send a child. Their eyes really light up when they get them.
Absolutely colorful and irresistible, I'm sure, to children. And I want to talk about the containers, because some of these containers are absolutely beautiful. They are reusable, correct?
Oh, yeah. In fact, we really pride ourselves on finding containers that are multi-purpose. So often you get something that comes in a container that's you look at and think, what am I going to do with this? And wind up putting it on a shelf and eventually tossing it. We have lots of containers that have multiple uses. We do a really great mug that we fill with our floral design. That's a really nice keeper. It's like a cappuccino mug. We do sports ball containers that come for any sport that somebody might be interested in, an enthusiast for golf or baseball or football or soccer. And we have many other beautiful containers that look like birthday cakes or other really good-looking pieces that certainly you'd want to keep.
Absolutely, and they are beautiful, reusable. So when you eat all the fruit, use them again for flowers or whatever your heart desires. Okay, one more time, we have to go, but I want to give everyone the website one more time. Can you give that to us, please, Ellen?
It is fruitflowers with an S, fruitflowers.com.
And order by 10 a.m. for same-day delivery?
Yes, from Monday to Friday. If it's on the weekend,
Friday.
You need to make a phone call.
Okay, Ellen, I want to thank you again for being here. Thank you
pleasure.
for joining us. Yes, so this has been Audra Neff with Ellen Davis of Fruit Flowers Incredibly Edible Delights. Thank you for listening to Food Talk.